Yo, what's going on, y'all? BP back with another video for today. Hope everybody having a blessed day. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Trying to go up, trying to get monetized, man. I'm dropping videos every day. Something you can put in your back pocket. Today's video, I pretty much want to talk on. I've been getting a couple questions of people asking me, what's the best truck out here? I've been getting a lot of that. What's the best truck? How would you get a truck if I was on the other side of the fence trying to get in? What's the best truck to jump into? My opinion with that on what's the best truck, if you ask me, none of them. To be honest, my honest opinion, none of them is going to be the best. It really goes on preference. Like I stated in all my videos, it's only a problem if you ain't got the money for the problem. When I say that, I mean you try to put up, X amount of dollars, whether that be any type of truck, Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner, International, Volvo, it really don't matter. Knowing what I know from my experience out here on the road, I've been riding for quite a while now. And this is not a knock for any of these trucks. This is just my honest opinion on how I feel about them. It really don't matter on the body of the truck. That really don't matter. It's going to be the same across the board with the bodies. What you looking for when you go buy you a heavy-duty vehicle is the motor going to have the power for the load that you're going to pull? Is your rear end going to hold up for the load that you're going to put in? And is your transmission going to handle the load that you're going to be pulling? Don't matter. It's going to be the same thing in every truck. It don't matter. It just goes on your preference, number one, because you're going to be the one that take care of this truck and make sure it's running good and everything. That's always going to be on you. If you don't like the look of it when you first bought it, you're not going to like the look of it 10 years from now. So you try to, like how you do with a car. You like that car, okay. The next step, you start looking at the motor, the transmission, is it going to do what you want it to do out here on the road? Same with a heavy-duty vehicle, a truck, excuse me. It's the same thing. Now, from my knowledge and what I like to stick to, all pre-emission vehicles. I try to stay pre-emission. Now, some states, if you're in some of those states where you have to run DEF, there's really no way around it, If you're a person that's in California, or a person that runs in Canada and all that stuff, things of that nature, you're really restricted to X amount of trucks anyway. So the video kind of prioritized towards the people that doesn't really have, the people that run to states that really don't have restrictions like that, but they're not mandating it. But you can take something from this video. Now, going back to what I was saying, the pre-emission part. I try to stay pre-emission. The number one thing is the cost on pre-emission. Pre-emission, all I'm chasing is diesel. That's it. I'm not chasing DEF. I'm not chasing DEF filters. Because that could be another thing that puts you in the hole out here, man. One of them filters clog up on you the wrong way. Them filters could be anywhere from 10 to 15 grand out of warranty. Now this is, as you buy a truck, they give you X amount of time on the warranty, but it's a lot of fine print in those warranties when you go get those vehicles. So make sure you read the fine print. The stuff you can't see with your eyes, make sure you have a magnifying glass, because they're going to restrict something in there where it's going to come out of your pocket. You always look at that fine print on the warranties. I stay pre-emission because the fuel, number one, like I was saying. Another thing, I try to stay 2007 and younger too. ELD exempt. I don't really have to run electronic logs if I don't, if my company don't call for it, I don't have to really run it. I can run off a log book. And if I'm driving under 150 miles radius, I don't even need to do that. Just come in, do what I do, and go home. So my truck in particular, the truck that I'm in right now that I'm riding in, this truck is a 2012, but it's a glider. It's a Freightliner Columbia glider. If you're not really familiar with glider trucks, you'll see a lot of them out here. They vary from Freightliner, Kenworths, Pete's. You can get them in pretty much any new body truck, but they just went in, Fitzgerald went in and bought a whole bunch of chassis and got motors and, revamped them pretty much and put them in the trucks, which they got rid of a good guy, if you ask me, out here. He was doing, as I may say in the trucking realm, he was doing God trucker work, if you ask me, because he was beating so much, so many variables with, the emissions, which they end up, shutting them down. But, we'll get deep into that later on. But my truck is a glider, which is, the body is from the chassis is a 1997 body. He just went back in it and redid what he did in 2012, and he put it out here into the world. Now you can go, he got gliders starting in 2011, going all the way up to 2020 when they put him out of business. That was his last year really doing something in 2020. If you can get your hands on a glider, man, you hang on to that thing. Trust me, that's a diamond in the rough, man. Everybody that I know that got these trucks don't really have any major issues if you take care of what you take care of. Making sure your motor good, oil change is what I preach. You straight. You ain't got, other than that, you ain't got nothing really to worry about. You just ride her out until she start giving you, little problems here and there. Just fix them and keep going. Now, on the newer style trucks, going back to what I was saying, you got all that computer stuff, which the older trucks are running pretty much analog. You really ain't got to do all that with it or whatnot. It's less of maintenance, less of computers, and all, it's just a lot of things that would cost you to go to the dealership. I could just hire your average Joe off the street if I wanted to, which I always mess with certified mechanics touching my equipment. But if I wanted to, I could get under here and watch a video on how to fix my truck, opposed to you having to go to a company, a dealership, as I may say, for them to program certain things to your truck, and all that stuff is time, man. And they charge you upwards of $150 to $200 an hour. You going back to these dealerships out of warranty, and that's coming out your pocket on little computer things, and that still might not fix your problem, man. It's like they pulling your leg, in my eyes. So I say that to say I like to stay pre-emission. Some of the motors that I was speaking on earlier in the trucking round, if I do go pre-emission, we got all different types. If you're a Cummins guy, try to get you an N14. Love that motor. That N14, bulletproof, if you ask me. It's a bulletproof motor. It's real strong. It do what it do, but finding one in good condition and somebody selling it to you, that's another question. That's a great motor. I love it. I love the Cummins N14. Can't go wrong with a Cat C15. Single turbo now, not the dual turbo, the single one, which you can drop the dual turbo down to the single. Guys pick up power there when they go single turbo. They pick up a lot of power because that second one, if you do get a C15 with that second one, from my knowledge, that second turbo was like the early stages when they was trying to go before the death. They was on the DPF things. Buddy of mine that passed away, he had that motor. Thing was a tank, man. It ran. It pushed hella horsepower and torque. Just a beast out here, the C15. And the motor that we always talk about that they frown upon, I know I'm gonna get a lot from this from the Peterbilt and the Cummins guys, but it's all cool. It's good because y'all rock this motor too, even in the Freightliners. They know what they know. The Detroit 60 series, 12.7 liter. I love the motor so much I had to buy 2 trucks with the same motor. I love this goddamn motor. Excuse my language, but I love it. And the Cummins guys and the P guys, they know who they are. Y'all got the motors under the hood too. Y'all most definitely got them. If you ain't rocking the Cummins or a Cat, y'all got one of these motors. Y'all know what y'all know. Y'all know they bulletproof. Which I know I'm gonna get flack behind it, but it's all fun and games. We all out here trucking, man. But y'all know deep down in y'all heart where it's at. I just say. But that's neither here nor there. If you can get one of those motors and a pre-emission truck and you keep up with it, keep up with your, your services and all that, getting your PMs on time, doing them every, 15, 20,000 miles, man, you got you a great unit, man, if you take care of it, man. I'm a testimony of it. Like I say, I got a couple friends, a lot of friends, man. And even on the newer style trucks, if you can go Cummins ISX. ISX are cool, but from my knowledge, the I want to say the 09s to the like 2014, some 15s might have them depending on your build date. You got to keep up with them seals, man. You don't want them seals to go too bad on you at like midlife. Like when you're around that 500,000, you might want to try to put an eye on that to try to get you over the hump to the million before you have to rebuild it, which that's cool, if you can find one of them, with a good motor, and it ain't started doing that on you yet. But if you can get one of them, you pretty much straight. A lot of the new trucks coming with them. They coming with that new ISX. The latter part of 2015 moving up to now. Those pretty good motors, I heard. But if you can find something with those motors in there, it don't matter about the body, man. You're gonna be out here riding, making you some money if you keep up with it. Like I say, this video was asked my opinion of what's the best truck, and really that could vary. All of them gonna give you a problem if you don't take care of them. It's just like a car, man. You just take care of it like how it would take care of you out here on the street. It's a love and hate relationship. When you do get a truck, or if you already got a truck, the people that do, y'all know what I'm talking about. Gotta have thick skin out here, boys. So, if something, come to you, like I always state, it ain't a problem unless you ain't got the money to fix it. But other than that, if you can find something with those motors in there, grab it. Get that truck, have a certified mechanic if you got to do, like I was saying in one of my older videos, you got to build a relationship with a mechanic if you don't have one on hand. Build a relationship, get somebody out here that can go with you before you actually sign your name on that dotted line, whether that be, cash outright or finance route. Have a mechanic of your own to give you a second opinion that you trust. That's with any truck, man. It could be, the motor and trans could be good, but the body is shot. You want somebody to tell you about bushings and, make sure leaf springs and all that stuff in that rear end is good too, your fifth wheel and things of that nature. So, try to always get you a second and third opinion on something before you just jump out here, because this is your investment at the end of the day. When you do, get a truck, thinking about getting a truck, make sure you, got somebody with solid knowledge on what they telling you on. If you're not a person that, know too much, it's a gray area for you. Get somebody that you can, trust, because it's a big investment, man, and it ain't for the weak, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. There's been times, when I be, I second guess it, like, what am I doing it for? But you gotta have thick skin. If it's for you, gotta show you it's for you. If it's not for you, you gotta, take that too. It might not be your time at that time. It ain't nothing wrong with taking a step back, on the truck and coming back with more knowledge this time. It's not an F up. It's just a building point, if that makes sense to you. So, I ain't gonna ramble on too long, about it. I'll drop more series on it. If y'all got questions, drop them in the comment section below. you know, on what I spoke on or whatever, you know. And like and share my video, like I say, in every video. If it don't work, you know, if it ain't nothing, no knowledge for you, it could be the knowledge for the next person. Just share my video, like my video. And going up all 2026, man, I'm dropping vids every day on this channel. And I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's BP signing out with another vid. I'll be back tomorrow with another video on this channel. You guys stay trucking, be safe out there. Hey, and make these shippers pay. I'm out, man.